What's up? What's up? What's up, family? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, a second to come on in. What's good with y'all, man? What's good, Orange Juice Jones? Freezing the gang. What's good, man? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Shout out to my man Don McKee. Larry, what's up, bro? Appreciate the super chat. He said, let's get it. What's good, everybody? What's good? Y'all can hear me good? Oh, good. That's what's up. That's what's good. Because this is where I'm up in my executive suite area. Uh, and, this is where I normally have my issues with the Wi Fi. So I think they fixed it. That's another reason why I've been missing the streams because the Wi Fi normally pretty strong. But the last few streams when I tried to do it up here, it was kind of janky. I don't know what's up with that, but I was thinking about just getting my little setup uh, with that high speed Wi-Fi. Shout out to Jamal, man. Appreciate the Cash App, Jamal, man. You came through for the show today, man. Appreciate you, man. And DeAndre Brown, shout out to you, brother. Um, you know, and also who else? Take a look. Make sure I get everybody to start this stream off correct. Give everybody their just due and recognition. Sorry I started a little late, just getting some things together. Yeah, so what's up, Hannibal? What's up, y'all? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna have a good one tonight. We're gonna have a good one tonight. Let me put this way up there. What's good, everybody out there, man? And I'm doing cash apps. But y'all can hear me just fine. That's good. And my man, shout out to the abstract for the cash app for earlier. So yeah, man. Again, I wanted to talk a little bit. We already know the news. Our brother Kevin um, has left us, and it was tough for me, man, because the irony was, like I said, those that don't know what's going on, you've been kind of under a rock. Kevin Samuels was announced. He's left. He's passed away. I think two days ago. Um, and it was tough news to hear. You know, Kevin was. I really enjoyed Kevin a lot, and I've made that clear. Some things, obviously, like Dr. Tia Johnson said, some things I didn't agree on, but it's like shit. I don't even agree with myself half the time on certain shit. So in life, these are a lot of things. It's a lot of learning lessons that we can have from this moment with our dear brother, Mr. Samuels, passed on. And, it's a lot we can learn from this. Let me just check this real quick. It's a lot we can learn from this. Let me just check this real quick. Okay. But yeah, but he's gone. And like I said, this is, I was telling Pimp God that when I look at how he lived his life, one thing I admired about him that he was honest. You know what I mean? So he was honest about his lifestyle. He was honest about um, the things that he really engaged in. He didn't share everything, obviously, but he shared things that he felt was really, important to himself. Like he was kind of an open book on the way he moves. You know what I mean? So on one hand, I see a lot of people really upset, but Kevin, man, he really did it in a 2 year period, man. I started listening to him. Well, I knew of Kevin for a while, but I started listening to him when he had close to like 30,000 subscribers at the time. So, but I knew of him prior to that, but he was more on the Cologne tip. So I didn't really see too much of his work early on. So that's really my history and experience with him. And it was really refreshing to see somebody just kind of talk to a lot of the BWs the way they need to be talked to and handled, really. So my take has always been with him that I respect him. You know what I mean? Like I said, fundamental things that I may not agree with. I mean, that's nothing, and that's another thing we will need to learn tonight is that some people didn't really like me really liking Kevin. You know what I mean? But I liked him. But like I said, basic things like the suit wearing. He believes that you should be this and that, and I get it. I did understand it, but for me, I could wear suits and this and that. But it was like that was minor stupid shit that it really didn't cause no reason to not appreciate the full body of work that he's doing. Second thing was the tricking. I wasn't really, he believed in paying. Me myself, I don't believe in paying for women to for exclusive just access to them. I mean, just straight up just paying. Yeah, you can go into to tit for tat and debate whether you tricking if you taking a chick out to dinner and all this dumb shit. But just straight up just paying for a chick, I understand it. I do. Sometimes you just want to get what you get, and you rather just pay. I understood it, believe me. But for me, that wasn't my fundamental principle, and I didn't believe that those are the things you should do. But again, I respected him because he was open about it. So those are some of the basic fundamental things. A couple other things I had a couple videos about that I disagreed on. But as a brother, a fallen soldier in this game, salute to him and the work that he did, because the things that we can learn from him that I really want you guys, it's a lot of things, whether the good, the bad, and the ugly. But, I want to first start on that. The first thing is that the hard work. You saw a man go from 30,000 subscribers when I was watching him to 1.4 million subscribers in like 2 year period. That is phenomenal work ethic, no matter how yeah, you said disagree, not hate it. Right, exactly. I didn't hate him. No, absolutely not. But how he moved from the 2000, the from 30, I'm sorry, from close to 30,000 subs when I started watching him to uh, 1.4 million. That was phenomenal in that period of time. And one of the things I used to tell Pimp God when I was watching this unfold, I was just saying, man, there's a burnout period where you can almost peak too soon. But he was starting to make adjustments into how he was delivering his message and how he was going about things. But um, you know, his ass worked, man, like crazy, and he said he wanted to get rich, and he did it. I mean, shit. I mean, I mean, I guess being rich is all relative, but it looked like he really started to enjoy himself financially, and he probably wasn't never at this point in his life that he's making this kind of money. But he did it, man. He reached his goal, and so it's almost like you can't even really be. It's like you could be upset or sad to a degree. But I was telling Pimp God how what's interesting about it is it's almost like he went out with a smile because he went out doing the things that he said he was going to do. You know what I mean? He went out, got his paper straight. He went out and fulfilled a lot of things that he was trying to do anyway, for the most part. In 2 years, man, at 50, what he said he was 56. I heard some reports say 57, 53. So I don't know. It's in his 50s, 55 or above. But you said you never hate on him, but the jokes was funny. Yeah, man. Um, they said 100,000 a month without super chats. Wow, man. I mean, and that's believable. So what I'm saying, guys, you're looking at a guy that laid out a blueprint for success, especially when it comes to social media. So that's what I said. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about things that we should have learned, and he really laid the foundation. But here's the thing that was really unique about him more than anything was that he was authentic to himself. And that's what you guys need to understand. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to try to copy him, but you can't copy something that he was already. That's him. His little antics. Remember, he used to get up. If you ever watched the show, he would get up, go get a Red Bull, or come back and just random. He smell a candle. Like that was really true to him. The little antics, and I used to laugh at that kind of stuff. But that was whom he was. So which is why he had accelerated success the way he did because he was generally authentic to whom he was, whether people say it's good or bad. He that's the thing that I respect the most about him. The good or bad, whatever people may say. But that's the first thing is that the work ethic was phenomenal. You know, yeah, unmute yourself like the catchphrase. Yeah, man, like he had all of those catchphrases, man. He really did. And then how he did the sign language, shame, insults need to be right, guilt need to be right, and a lot of those things, FBI, So I respect that, man. That take a lot of work, man, to do that. So he set out on this platform on YouTube. He set out that he was going to do it, and I admired that. I really admired that from that perspective, man. He inspired me in some ways too, even on YouTube, man. To I don't want to be that carbon copy of what he was doing. No, that's not what I'm saying. But to to deliver content and be prepared and speak to an audience, uh, making sure you know what the hell you're talking about. So even myself, my channel's growing a little bit, but I'm happy about it, but it's not that wasn't my focal point. But after seeing that, and now, with the message that he had, the things that he delivered to us, we can keep these things. We can go back. Hopefully, you can go back and look at some of his old content. But he was a voice to help other men. Yeah, Danger Zone. Yeah, all of that. He was a voice for a lot of black men uh, to I mean, he was like the spokesperson for a lot of black men. You know, a lot of black men say no, you know, they're effeminate, broken males. And that's another thing too with him I respect the fact that he even said that he struggled with masculinity. And I really admired that he said that. He said he struggled with masculinity for a long time. And people bring up old pictures of him, which was real fucked up, you know. If you follow him, you would know that. But he said he struggled with masculinity. And you know, but he had to develop that. That takes a lot of fucking courage to say, man. And so when he said that, he won a lot of cool points for me with that. I was like, okay, this whether people hate him, love him, whatever, you know, call him kitten heels and all this dumb shit, you know. And I'm gonna get to that too in a minute. He said the danger zone made a lot of women look closer. Yeah, man. Get a dog, die alone. Yeah, all of that, man. He had a lot, man. Average at best. I mean, he really had a lot of those phrases, man. I think that'll be appreciated later on. You know, nobody can do it like he could. You know, but it was authentic to him. You know, that's why it flowed the way it did. That's why it had such success the way it did. So I give big ups to that brother, man, and you know, a lot of things that he left with us. And moving right along, another things that you should have learned from him is that um, you know, developing a philosophy of yourself, man. As men, we need to develop a philosophy of self, and that's what he used to talk about a lot too. With each individual man, the high value man down to the average worker, you know. So um, that was something that as men, you know, what we can learn from too. Embrace whom you are, embrace where you are, you know, embrace uh, uh, that position that you are as a man, especially in the Western culture. You know, most of the males here in the Western culture are broken. You know, no real direction, man. They they follow behind their woman everywhere you see, man. So I really enjoyed that how he gave that energy of, you know, say what the fuck you mean and mean what the fuck you say. And I enjoyed that. Now, a lot of the women, another thing we can learn, a lot of the women I used to call his show, a lot of them didn't really take him that seriously in the sense that it was more entertainment for them. Um, that's the thing too. When you dealing with a lot of these women, you got to understand how they really the deep seated uh, hate and contempt they really have for you. But all of them wanted to challenge him. That's why they kept coming back and back. Yeah, that was a dog in the background. Isn't that crazy? Uh, Chris Michaels, what's up, bro? Mr. A, what's up, bro? But a lot of these women want to keep challenging him every night. They wanted to see him fall. And the irony was too, the irony of all of this is that I was actually working on a video, doing my notes, uh, about she wants to see, the title was She Wants You Dead. She wants you dead. And that's when I heard about his passing. And the first person I heard it from was Angry Man. And that was tough, man. I was like, what? As I was working on the video, I turned into Angry Man while I was listening in the background. He was talking about Kevin Samuels passed away. And that was so crazy. So I'm going to drop that video on my members only channel. So if you're not a member, you're going to miss that. So I've been working on a lot of my content. I told you, I promised you guys that. I've been working on it. I got some new videos to upload. So if you're not a member, you're not going to get the full video, at least. Only members get the full videos. But She Wants You Dead. And I was talking about that, and I was looking at the energy behind a lot of these women that was protesting for abortion. And I was saying to myself that if these women are fighting for something that to destroy which grows within them, life that grows, very life that we experience that grows within them to procreate to bring forth more life, more gifts, more ideas, that they don't give a shit about the common man. They don't give a shit about you. So that's the thing that for brothers like Kevin that we should learn from, because look at how a lot of times they even responded to him. They were very he said he gave Pimp God shots out years ago. Wow, I didn't know that. We should learn that how a lot of you don't want a woman to see you as mere entertainment. And the thing that I always used to say when it comes to the high value man concept is that a lot of times, remember I used to say it on my channel, guys. You know, the guys that follow me know that I always used to preach. I got an audio book, The Superior Man versus High Value Man. Is that um, a lot of times the high value mind concept can be just about chasing paper, and you get to a certain level and you can live, which is no problem. I've been there and understood that. But I had very women in my own home that tried to take me out. I got a womb right here where my ex in my house taking care of her damn near killed me. She threw a fucking mirror because I said something to her she didn't like. That bitch snapped, broke a mirror, and threw it right there. I couldn't believe that shit. That's why I have the stab wound now. You know, um, but that's the thing. I was just a high value man with not true concepts and true not with true concepts of her fitting inside my consciousness to serve that. That's the irony also that, the way he lived, the and I don't know him, I never knew him personally, but I'm just merely going off um the concepts, some of the things that he lay out, the way he moves. And I used to always say that's still dangerous. I always talk about that. It's real dangerous to have people in your circle that are not totally there to serve you. Now they can serve you in other ways, but the thing that always concerned me with when men move like that, we're in a different time now, and that you got to really be mindful of how a lot of these women move, because she wants you dead. How can I prove that? Look at how they celebrated his death the way they did. And most of these people that celebrating that, they dead anyway, man. They dead in the inside anyway. They ain't got shit going on. But I'm just saying, they celebrating it. If anything, if we celebrate someone's life in the ongoing on a passing, it should be something that we celebrate that he or she left for us to use and become better, evolved people as far as concept, our consciousness. That's the thing that we should be celebrating, if anything. And I celebrate the brother in this sense that he went out the way he said he the way he lives. I mean, he had some chick over there. I don't know who this chick was. I don't know, stuff coming out little by little, but he had her over there. The guy was happy doing what he do or whatever. But the thing is, um, I don't know the whole dynamics of it all, but nobody really knows. But we have to be mindful of whom we have in your circles, man. So these are the things that I want you brothers to really take heed and have some sense of understanding on how to move, and the things that you're pursuing. Just be careful on how you move about pursuing the things that you want, because a lot of people that's in your circle, when things are moving this fast, I know from my experience that a lot of people are not really truly there for you. They're truly there for whatever other reasons, but you got to really know why people are there around you. You have to know these things. Man, she needs some water or something. Nah, majority of them don't, man. They don't have no. Yeah, you hear that, Chris? You said once celebrities start having access to Kevin Samuels, I knew something was about to happen. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. But again, we don't um we don't know all the details of of that. But I'm also going to say too, man. We're going to get into it tonight. I'm also going to say that some of the other things you can learn from his existence and his time here and the things that he did is that you know make sure when you're doing things, do things for yourself, man. Um, Take time out for you. A lot of times you can be pulled in so many directions. You're chasing uh, a certain lifestyle, but like I've always talked about, I truly believe, and this is just my thought, my opinion, my really my concept going forward as a superior man, as a superior man's concept, is that um, we're gonna really be judged on our new wealth is really your lifestyle, the way you live, you know, um, how you spend your time, who you spending your time around, and your relationships. And those relationships is going to really be contingent on how resourceful are those relationships to you. That's going to be the true wealth. It's not money anymore. And I'm gonna do a nice video talking why she chase the true reason why most women chase a bag. That's gonna be a hot fucking video, man. I was working on that today. That's gonna be a hot video. I just was working on the notes for that. The true reason why women chase the bag. But we're not gonna get into that tonight. But um, you know, but what I'm also noticing too, man, is YouTube streets. A lot of people out here now clout chasing his name uh, for views. I notice y'all notice that shit too. Everybody wanted to be next up, and they trying to scramble to get these subscribers that he had, and they trying to find a landing place for themselves. They're trying to become the landing pad for a lot of his subscribers that's going to be looking for content and around that same kind of attitude and shit like that. But and you tell me that shit ain't crazy, man. You know they are. The people out here, all these people out here clout chasing now, get on the bandwagon with him. Yeah, he did, man. He gave a lot of content creators a lot of. Yeah, man. A lot of these sisters, man, they celebrating this shit. Oh yeah, he's Lonzo Robinson said, "Who say name?" Well, I'm not gonna say who exactly, but what I am gonna say tonight, guys, I'm gonna talk about some YouTubers, man, that's making me sick, and y'all can put them in the comment section. But some of these YouTubers, some of them I actually like, but they talking about how he was a minister of Satan. Some of these younger guys, probably in their early 30 dudes, y'all know who I'm talking. Some of these Hotep brothers, man, they making me sick. And some of them, only thing they did was talk about Kevin Samuels in a negative fucking way all the time. He's a black man, man. Yeah, yep, that's one. And it's making me sick. I actually like him. I actually like him, man. Them Hebrew dudes, yeah, man. Here's the thing about those dudes, man. Let me tell y'all about this shit, man. Yeah, the LGBT dudes as well. Um, who is this? My bad, yeah. The 16th. But yeah, man, those Hotep dudes, man. I'm sick, man. Uh, they keep they shouting out things. This is what they don't understand. Yeah, Jason Black should have ceased fire. Yeah, he should have too, man. Um, yeah, but here's the thing, man. Yeah, pro black simps, because they out here talking shit about him, and and saying how people praise him and this and that. And it may have people that have, but everybody's not gonna move the same way. And you're saying doing things for the Most High, but you the same dude that be on your channel talking about you just want to. If you see a chick, if you just want to smash, that's what you want to do. You want to smash. But see, on an esoteric level, all of that shit still comes back around because that same chick you want to smash, she may set your dumb ass up, put something in your drink or do something to you because you just want some ass. You see what I'm saying? So listen to how these dudes talk, man. They all over the fucking place. You see what I'm saying? And he said, just be honest. Just say you want to smash and all that. And like I said, some of these guys actually like, but it's like some of these dudes, they don't know where the fuck they stand. Because you know why? As a superior man, you got to have a concept of whom you are. You got to move a different way. You got to sacrifice a lot of shit. See, most of these dudes are chasing these concepts that they have no fucking idea about. And they think they know more than they fucking do. And it's something that Black Ram talked about. Shout out to Black Ram 313. He did a great video about y'all gotta check it out. He did a great video um, on Kevin about how we should really allow that message that he was giving to black women to pass along, you know, and let it with him, you know what I mean? And not in a negative way. I know he was, I knew exactly what he meant. He meant as brothers, we need to stop. We see everything the same thing how they did. I'm not comparing him to Christ. That's not what I'm saying. Before y'all jump the gun, I'm saying anything that to go to help and service these women, myself included, I've done it without knowing. I was condemned and treated like shit. And I didn't understand why. You have to step away. He did what he could. He poured it all out on the line. That's another thing I'm saying. We got to learn from that. He poured it all out on the line for these B dubs. He poured it all out to his last fucking breath, literally. So you're looking at a man that gave his last breath and last morsel to helping some women that had all this content for him and don't even give a shit about what grows inside of them, the very life. What makes you think that they give a fuck about him? And even the ones that's acting like they are, I'm already seeing them coming out trying to dispute a lot of his stats, low key. Some of these channels I seen, some of these bras that say they revered him, but they low key now trying to be like him on the flip side. A lot of these dudes are doing that stupid shit, man, and women. Like I said, I ain't never had no issue. I stayed, and y'all know my position. A lot of things I challenged on certain things that he may have said, like 2 or 3 things. But as a man, as a black man, American man, foundational black American, I give that man, I salute that brother, man. I tip my hat to him because he really laid it on the line and he did as much as he can do. Now, as black men, that's what I said, part of the things we should learn from that are what are you gonna fucking do? Like I said, no more chasing these bras, no more trying to convince these bras, keeping your dick in your pants. God damn. That's what's gonna get most of y'all dudes out of here. Y'all men need to, that's what I'm saying. If y'all gonna be on this side of town, on the superior man concept side of town, these are the things you're gonna have to fucking do. Because as men, we have to enjoy the moment in the time we're in right now, present. A lot of us are still chasing entertainment. A lot of you dudes still want to be fucking entertained. You don't want to look all the way inside yourself to make real changes and sacrifices within. You just as bad as most women talking about you getting your money right. I hear a lot of these dudes keep talking about getting your money right. And I'm a realist. I live in this sweet ass high rise, yes. But I'm saying develop yourself. Start learning how to get paid for play. And being paid for play is things that you learn and to develop within yourself. Develop some kind of fucking skills. You said no time for the manosphere disappear for good. Yeah, man, that's how I feel sometimes, man. But yeah, man. You said tell Uncle Warren ask about him. Yeah. Um, you gotta choose a side, man. You gotta choose a side of where you're trying to be as a man. You said you left corporate last week. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Shy Apis. I ain't seen you in a while, bro. What's up, Tony Red? So we gotta learn a valuable lesson from his lifestyle and the things that he represented to black men. And he had a major impact, whether people want to say talk shit about him or not. He had a major impact on most of these YouTubers. That's why a lot of them was hating on him. You know, and like I said, I see a lot of these YouTubers talking shit about him now and just saying that, one of these titles, one of these dudes had a title that you're a minister. Let me tell you. Let me tell you right now. Let me find these young dudes, man. They be saying some dumbass shit, man. And see, it's bad when the women agreeing with you. The Satan's minister only have a season, then he collects. Y'all hear that shit? This is a YouTuber. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. If y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all can put it in the chat. They only have a season. Satan's ministers only have a season, then he collects. That's the bullshit I'm talking about, man. That's the bullshit I'm talking about. And it disgusts me that brothers are even talking like this, man. Satan's ministers. So here's the thing. These brothers don't have no esoteric game and knowledge, man. They will probably think magic and all that shit is evil, which is part of whom we are. There's nothing evil about it. You have a light and a shadow side. You can dip like on Doctor Strange. When we did a breakdown on Doctor Strange, that me and Pimp God, we talked about that. You can dip into the shadow for things to be good. They showed that. Yeah, yeah, it was Mr. A. Yeah, man. You said I was. You said you was subscribed to him. Yeah, man. And a lot of these brothers, man, saying some stupid shit, man. And it's like it looked like some young, ignorant kind of bullshit. But the thing is, they don't even understand themselves, man. Totally, man. Because they wouldn't be doing the things they doing because it's no winning that. It's no you're trying to share to the people. He gonna try to say he's trying to share to the people. He would probably get on here and say that. But the thing is, you said I unsubscribe from all these clowns, man. Yeah, yeah, but he did what he wanted to do. That's what he said he wanted to do. And if anything, he went out the way he wanted to go out. But you're saying he's Satan and all this dumb shit. So what are you? See, man, listen, man. We all have these choices, man. And the thing is, you choose the way you want to live. You're not out here harming no one. Uh, you may say you harming somebody's psyche, but people tune in to listen. He didn't make anybody do shit. Just think about that shit for a second. He never made nobody listen to him, but your ass was listening, despite you saying he was a Satan minister. You sound fucking crazy. Exactly. Yeah. He said he manifested. He said he manifested everything he said he wanted to accomplish. Really inspiring. Absolutely. That's my point. That's a great point. Um, yeah, that's an excellent point because that's what I'm saying. If anything, you can learn from this. You can learn from um, how he moved and said that he wanted to do. Now you can move a different way. You got to come with every. You got to accept everything that comes with the way you move when you move like that. Sure, that's my point. So I don't knock him for that. He lived the way he wanted to fucking live, and he went out the way he wanted to, whether you accept that or not. But you got these same clowns in here talking about him in that fashion, but they be the same dude talking about they would smash this chick if she this and that. I just want to smash. Just be honest, man. To y'all, that's some dumbass shit, man. This is why these women don't take y'all dudes seriously, man. Y'all all over the fucking place. They don't take y'all seriously, man. And when are you guys gonna start taking yourselves seriously and start enjoying yourself? Stop trying to chase money and chase this lifestyle that you have no idea of. Here's the thing, like I said, the new, and I did say that it is about your lifestyle, how you live, but a lot of people are chasing the lifestyle. So in other words, when I go over to fucking Louis Vuitton store across the street, the two or three of them that we have over here, I see a line of motherfucking people. And when you look at the people that's in the line, nothing about them exudes something fashionable or anything. But most of these people now are trying to buy themselves into feeling and being a certain way when it's not authentically them. I can't speak for all of them. No, I'm not. But what I am going to say that I'm speaking to, how do we know this to be true? Because most of the people that go out and spend this kind of money, especially in the black community, which we know, are fucking poor and broke. We don't manufacture shit. We ain't producing none of this shit. We're the best fucking consumers. But the brokest one overall. The black woman is worth net worth is $5, but she consumes the most hair weave, uh, trips, and you see all the shit that they be buying, all this shit. Um, but worth the least of all groups, but spend the most. You said there's a serious comparison to those who become successful. Yeah, on another level, Kevin gave us a blueprint on how to. Exactly. That's a good point, Jamal. Excellent point. Yeah, man. So the impact that he left and the message that he carried, now I think he left so much that guys need to take upon themselves and figure out whom they want to be and what kind of these broads, man, listen, man. I remember And I think I shared this story with you guys. I remember when I was in when I was teaching at a hair school, I was teaching at night at a school, and they wanted me to kind of help, develop these students and stuff like that. So I did it. And I remember one of the teachers told me, she pulled me to the side. I don't know if you guys know this story, but she pulled me to the side and she said, Mr. Scott, she said, don't you know, and I was in my early 20s, y'all, like 25 or something like that. She said, don't you know that um, that these girls wanted to have you jumped, beat up? I was like, no, I didn't know that. And I said, who? She was like, some girls that go to school during the daytime. Now I taught at night. They go to school during the day. But you know what they said? I said, what? She said she asked him, why y'all want to have Mr. Scott beat up? Because he walks around with his head up high. He think he all that. Some deep shit, ain't it? That's some deep shit, ain't it? Hey, I'm doing a live stream right now. All right, I'll call you back. All right. But he wanted to, they wanted to have me jump. They wanted to have me harm. You don't know what could have happened. I would have probably killed one of those dudes, which was definitely would have happened. And or they would have tried to harm me in some kind of way. Exactly. Good point. You said Steve Harvey and Derek Jackson didn't do what KS did. Yeah, man. Yeah, they wanted to have me jump, man. So I'm a young dude. Can you imagine? This is why I'm saying, guys, you got to understand, even in your own fucking relationship, you got to start in your own relationships with self and whom you want to be as a man. And you got to have an idea of the concept of whom you want to be as a man and certain shit you're not going to tolerate. Because they always looking for your demise. Even in my own home. Remember, I told you my son's mother, she told me that she knew how to stop me. She could have had me. Now look back, that was crazy, man, because she could have did something to my ass. Because the way I used to move, that bitch had a problem with me in my own fucking house I'm paying for. She lived a nice lifestyle. Yeah, they wanted to have me beat up at the school. Deep shit, ain't it? They didn't even know me. They only saw me in passing. This is how I learned early on. This is how much content these bitches have for you. And when I had my salon, I'm helping all these girls become better, giving them skills, paying them, showing them different experience. When I look back, them bitches back there sabotage me, talking about me to my clients, saying I ain't this, saying these bitches are no fucking good, man. This is why I say on my channel that you got to have a purpose for them in your life, especially now. You're not going to be able to get away with just having chicks hanging around you for no goddamn reason. And it showed on his show that they come on his channel just damn near to laugh and just oppose his views. So he gave y'all all the content you need to see, even after his passing, and how these bitches paraded and celebrated this shit, man. And deep down, a lot of these hoes that you think are for him was fucking hating on him too. I gotta check that movie out, Larry. You said in it, the movie Enemy Mine. I'm lead up there for a second. I want to check that out. This is it's an MJ Dub Bizzle. This is staying away from poisonous black women. Self preservation. Yep, it is. That's the part you don't understand. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I agree. Exactly. That's a good point, MJ. Um, yeah. And so it's almost like, and from my understanding, I was talking to Pim God, he was sharing with me, he said deep, the esoteric understanding is one of the reasons why Christ was killed, because he was sharing to people that was unworthy, like giving sharing pearls to swine. And that was one of the things that got him out of here, crucified. They crucify you. So this shit still remains. And they've already shown whom they are. Now, as black men, you're gonna have to show whom you are. The true manifestation of Yah. You brothers gonna have to stop the bullshit. These women look like shit these days. You ever just look at these bras? They are not. And you know what? Oh, let me say this. Let me say this to y'all. I ran into a brother that lives in this building, and he was talking about Kevin Samuels. When I first met him, he was saying, "Man, you like Kevin, man?" I said, "Yeah." I ran to him in the elevator early in the morning one morning. I said, "Yeah, I like Kevin. That's my man." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, man, Kevin be going hard." This is when Kevin really started blowing up. Yeah, man, the pursuit of the cat, man. Brothers can't help. Well, let me tell y'all this though. So I saw the brother today, and he just came back from Atlanta. I didn't know that. He was just like, "Man," I said, "Hey, man, what's going on?" I said, "What you think about Kevin, man?" I said, "Man, that was tough to hear, man." So we were just talking and talking, you know. He just came from Atlanta. He said, "Yeah, I heard stories, but I didn't know what was up, you know. I was down there for something he was down there for. I don't know." But he was like, he was getting bits and pieces of it. But the interesting thing about it, I said, "Man," I was telling him about women, man. We just started talking about how I said, "Man, I'd rather go down in looks to have a real cooperative chick, man. I would do a 5 or 6 type chick." And he was like, "Damn, for real?" He's like, "I don't know about that." Now, right there, the simp in him came out. And he got all this game. He listened to all these people. He listened to Kevin. But the simp in him came out when he said, "I don't know, man. Um, I don't know about that." He'd rather deal with an 8, 9, and 10s. And I'm like, "Bro, I already dealt with them kind of bras. They shallow as fuck." Like, I'm in the industry with that. So it's like, I've seen it. And I got to keep that in mind too. I'm around it all the time. It has been for years. But these dudes are still willing to sacrifice uh, cooperation for a chick that's pretty. Dudes be simping like shit, man, for these bras they put on these fucking pedestals. See, that's really the simp in you, because you're really supposed to be attracted to a feminine energy, man. That's the problem I see with a lot of these guys that's reaching to be a certain value dude. They reaching for, now you can get it, make no mistake, but it does cost you. And there's some things that may cost you money. It's gonna cost you your time. It may even cost you your life, but it's gonna fucking cost you when you deal with certain kind of bras in today's age. When you're going over 8, 9s, and 10s, if you're not giving her no fucking instruction, somebody's giving her a fucking instruction. It's the greater society or the nigga that she really want. So you niggas better stop this fucking simping. Y'all think this shit is a fucking game. Y'all really fucking think this shit is a game, man. Yeah, man. The beautiful bras, and most of them can't even fuck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I learned that shit a long time ago. I mean, these bitches, they too insecure. Hey, man, make sure you guys hit the like button, man. Appreciate it, MJ Dub, J Official. Yeah, man. Aaliyah and Queen of the Damn. Yes, they did. Your nation under God. Yeah, absolutely. So I was thinking about opening up the phone lines, man. If y'all want me to open up the calls and if y'all want to share a little bit about what Kevin, how did y'all view Kevin? I'm just curious. You know, um, put it in the super chat, hit the cash app if y'all want me to open up the lines. I appreciate the support. But I really wanted to talk about this subject tonight. Everybody already basically talked about everything. This, and I really, at first, I wasn't really going to do too much on it, but I had to because I did have a level of respect for Kevin. You know, he represented the high value man to his fullest. He broke down some great game. He left a lot of jewels for brothers to learn from. His business model, and was, like I said, good, bad, and ugly. So um, you know, I got to give him the respect that he deserves as a black foundational black American. So, despite any differences somebody may have with somebody, like I said, I didn't know him, never spoken to him, but I respected him. And I think as black men, we got to start getting to this level of respect for each other, man. We really have to start doing that. And I think for myself, I can't deal with any people that's not in support of what you're doing. And what's up, KJ? Appreciate the cash app, bro. Um, yeah, man. You said, bro, you about to hit on something real talking about pretty joints can't fuck. Yeah, man. A lot of dudes don't understand that. I done been with all kinds of bras, man. And like I said, if y'all know my history, a lot of athletes' wives, a couple people what you call celebrity, quote unquote, chicks. Um, and it's not even good, man. It's not even like it's whack. This is why most dudes reach back to get ratchet broads because most of these ratchets can fuck. So if y'all looking to just do that, that ain't gonna happen with no 8, 9, and 10 most of the time. Every now and then you may have one, but for the most part, that shit ain't popping off, man. Appreciate the super chat, Bonnie. So I'm gonna open up the lines if y'all want to kind of come in. He said the best fucking in the damn project. Yeah, man, that's wild. But I really wanted to just to shed light on this situation, man, because I see a lot of dudes, like I said, they clout chasing now. Now everybody want to be the next Kevin. I said, man, y'all dudes got to come up with a different concept and move a different fucking way, man. But yeah, a lot of these people out here, man, they just straight cold simping, trying to get subs. But see, the thing is, the subs they're gonna get, they're gonna have to entertain these motherfuckers. And Kevin had the maximum entertainment. He was a master at that shit. He had the table set, the lighting right, the music. And if y'all gonna be doing that, y'all got a lot of work cut out for you. You want to solely become this YouTube god that he had become for the most part with the message that he had. That's a lot of work, a lot of discipline, man, that you guys gonna have to put in that fucking effort to do. And you gotta sit there and listen to these same broads talk shit night in and night out. You know how much that shit can drain you, man? Can wear your ass out. Headset. Okay. Well, let me. I see you, Vaughn. You in the. Oh shit. I'm still here, guys. Let me see. I got a couple people in the room, so I'm gonna bring some of y'all up. Let me see. Let me invite Vonnie up first. I see you in the room, Hannibal. Just hang tight. And when y'all come in, just say what y'all had to say. Keep it kind of short and crisp. And I just want to just hear y'all take. Hey, Vonnie, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm just walking the journey, man. I can't complain right now, man. But yeah, I definitely been in tune with your channel, man. Definitely with you on PG, man. So this is the first time I'm getting the opportunity to chop it up with you a little bit. But
Yeah.
as far as like with Kevin Samuels, man, yeah, I've been rocking with Kevin Samuels for the past 3, 4 years. You know, when he first started out doing the fragrance reviews. And it was just amazing to see him grow from where he started at. And one thing that I take from him, there's a couple things I take from him, but one thing that I really take from him now is like he showed that it's not too late to turn up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That man was already in his 50s and he never stopped evolving. You know what I'm saying? Because watching him from the fragrance reviews all the way up to now, you can literally see the growth. You know, and I know he was battling with some health issues and stuff like that. But to me, in recent times, he looked like he was at his best. Because like I say, you look back at them
Yeah.
videos when he was doing the fragrance reviews, you can tell he was battling whatever illness he was dealing with. So
Yeah. I know he
as
had
far
cancer.
as
I know he was fighting cancer at one point. He recovered from that. But I do know that. I don't know at that point. But like you said, older videos, you can kind of see him. But yeah, but go ahead.
yeah, but one thing I'm gonna leave it with this, man. One thing he definitely was an inspiration. You know, like one thing my pops always used to tell me growing up is like every man needs a tailor-made suit in his closet. If it ain't nothing but one, and my
Yeah.
pops always told me this, but I never cared. I never gave a fuck about that shit. You know, I'm a hoodie and Timberland type of guy. But
Right.
when I came across Kevin Samuels, I can't lie. You know, he inspired me. He kind of lit that flame and kind of made me, you know, to acknowledge what my pops was telling me. So shit, I have to really admit, like, yeah, Kevin Samuels was an influence in me going to get my suit game up. You know, I don't wear suits all the time. You know, I don't really wear them at all, but I got them. You know what I mean? So he definitely was an influence, man. And that's one of the reasons why I just wanted to come up and voice my opinion, man, in a positive light, man. There's a lot of people out here trying to slander, trying to take his name through the mud, but you gotta already expect it. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's expected, and it just really just shows that where we at today. You know, so
Right.
that's my 2 cents
That's
on
true,
it.
man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the you tapping in, man, and sharing that. Really
No doubt,
appreciate you, bro.
you got it.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my man Vonnie EC, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that word, bro. That was really that's yeah, about the suit. I had plenty of suits, man. I still got some suits now, but yeah, man, he definitely I can understand that and I'd appreciate that from him too, man. He inspired a lot of brothers to be their best selves, you know, and that's a major influence, man. All the sucker shit that these dudes talking about, them dudes are whack for that dumb shit, man. Seriously. So let me bring up my man Hannibal. I see you, KJ. You in the room. Bring up Hannibal first. My man Hannibal, what's up, fam?
What up, bro? Can you hear me?
What's good? Yeah, I can hear you. What's going
All
on,
right.
man?
None, just want to chop it up a little bit, you know. Long time no hear from you, but it's good to see that you're doing good, you know. And
Yeah, man.
this whole Kevin Samuel thing, I'm not even mad at the way that he went out. He did what he did, and I respect that at the end of the day. I never really had too many disagreements with dude. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I watched some of his stuff from time to time, but why I stopped watching it was because saw that a lot of women was getting on there for attention.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
what the last caller was talking about with the suits and stuff, and I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not in the manosphere. I really wanted to die out. But dudes always talking, but don't check nothing. So that's why I'm like, a lot of y'all not men. But when Kevin Samuels was bringing on the clean, refined look, a
Yeah.
lot of these dudes was hating on it. And my thing is, yeah, some of the jokes was funny, but Kevin Samuels was in his 50s. I mean, what is a 50-year-old man supposed to look like, bro?
Yeah, you got a good point.
You see what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
got dudes in their 40s still trying to look hip hop.
Yeah, I agree.
And I listen, I get the fact that sometimes you don't want to wear suit. You're not supposed to be wearing it all day anyway. This is not the 1920s, right?
Right.
But at some point, it's like, dude, clean up. Because you in your 40s wearing athletic gear and all of this stuff. And it's like, dude, grow up. Like, I'm not going to say the person name, but dude has to grow up. Seriously. He has to grow up because he was the one that was really going hard on Kevin Samuels with the suits and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And him and his flunky. I'm not gonna say that flunky name, but that flunky always be hopping around other people's chats and then go report to him. But like the manosphere needs to go. Kevin Samuels did what the average black man was supposed to do, but ain't got the balls to do it. Now he passed away. Now black men want to get on Facebook and social media and all this stuff, talking about some, well, Kevin, he kept it real. Like, dude, this is why I'm 35, so I'm not programmed and conditioned the way that your age group is conditioned. I'm totally like, as a collective, I'm done. I'm done with all of this stuff. Cause black men, we don't stand for nothing. And it's starting
No.
to look pathetic. And I keep telling black people, you worrying about what he's saying and what other black people saying about us and how white people are seeing it, but you don't understand people from other countries are coming here and they're looking at us and they saying, yo, how can I respect a black man and a black woman? Look what y'all stand for. Look at the things that y'all do and what y'all do to each other.
Right.
And that's very important. So if Kevin Samuels was trying to clean up the image, why you mad about it?
Yeah. It's crazy, man, because I felt some kind of way when brothers was going in on him like that. Like I said, I don't wear suits a lot, but I do have them. And I understood where he was coming from. I understood it. And I respected that was his philosophy. And I didn't see anything wrong with that. If that's what you see yourself as, go and get your suit game up. You know what I mean? Learn about how suits are made, how they should be worn. I mean, so
Learn about
he
the thread
introduced,
count, the thread
huh?
count of the suits.
Right, all of that. You know what I mean? So I that's the thing I respected about him, and the fact that they used to go in on so many people used to just, especially black men, when they used to go in on him, man, these supposed to be brothers like on point. When they used to go in on him, I used to feel some kind of way. Like I thought that was a bit much, man. I'm like, fuck, you know.
It was totally feminine, but these is the dudes who was reared by their mother. And you can tell because the average man doesn't look at another man's clothing. We listen to his message and then we take
Exactly.
that and we go about our business. Like I said, he's 50. I'm not expecting for him to dress like me. It's like, I don't want no hip hop dad. If my dad try to dress like 35, I'm a roast.
Right.
My dad is around your age. I'm not expecting for him to look like he's 35, 25, or anything. But it's the world we live in. And I'm gonna keep it short right here and let other people get on. But appreciate you letting me come on and
Nah,
I'm
you my man, dog. I
yeah,
appreciate you, bro.
yeah. So I'm gonna get up out of here.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, Hannibal.
All
My
right,
dude, man. Peace. Yes, my man, Hannibal. Always keeping it a buck, man. That's my dog, And he's saying some real shit, man. It's like, you know, yeah, he's 56, almost 60. I mean, his suits was cut like a motherfucker. And so, but to hate on him about that is fucking ridiculous, man. And as black men, we got to stop this stupid shit, man. I see these brothers, man. Like I said, I'm getting tired. I'm like Hannibal. I'm getting tired of just seeing brothers talking about shit that has no. Kevin gave these dudes a platform too, and I said this on one of my other streams that how Kevin allowed a lot of these dudes to they were like cheerleaders for get her, Kevin, get them, but they can't do it in their own lives. But he was giving you guys the blueprint of how you deal with women. I used to like one of the things he used to do. He didn't let women deviate off the points. He'd hold them, man. He'll hold them to the question. And this is how you're supposed to deal with your women. That was a great learning. You can learn a lot from him, not just the stuff that he was saying, but how he dealt and handled certain situations. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So that's the part I appreciated about him, man. Let me go to my man KJ. What's up, KJ? What's up, dog?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
It seems like it's been a minute, man. I'm doing good, man. How you been?
Good, man. Living, moving, grooving. Yeah,
What's
man.
good with you, Flav?
Yeah, man. It's Kevin Samuels thing, bro. I think it's what a great time to go out, man. On top of your game, bro. Like, I think
Yeah,
that makes his legend grow even more.
I agree.
Like,
I agree,
at least
1,000.
we don't have to see him being compromised in the long run. His message getting watered down. I think it's a beautiful death, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think most of the brothers on my channel, man, the dudes that really rock over here and that had that mindset, I told Pimp God the same thing. I said, man, if you think about it, man, I'm like, shit. He went out the way he wanted to go out, whether it may come out, even if it came out some kind of foul play or something, but that was still a choice he made and he went out on top. So it's like, shit. I mean, the joke's on us. It's like he showed you how he want to be and you go and get it. So I'm like, shit, brothers, we need to learn from that. It's like, shit, which one you want to be?
Yeah,
And like I said, in every situation like that, there's learning lessons in it too. But shit, man, he laid it out for us, man, and I really appreciate him from that standpoint as a black man. So I mean, I don't really have no hate for him at all. Like I said, a couple things I may have disagreed, but like I said earlier, shit, it's some things about myself I don't agree with. So it's like, what the fuck?
yeah, man. It's that's the first thing that came to my mind. I said, man, what a beautiful death, man. You come in, it's like the ultimate mic drop.
Yeah, it is, right? And that's something.
Yeah, man, the ultimate mic drop. He didn't die. I'm just glad he didn't die alone, bro, because I know people are gonna talk about, oh, he died alone. Nah, he didn't. Yeah, he had
Nah, he did.
a nice little young chick there. Whatever was going on, he was with who he wanted to be with at the time. So
Exactly.
so that's how I celebrate that, man. I celebrate the passion. It sucks,
Yeah,
but at the same time, he got videos that's gonna be, legendary. So
yeah, he got a lot of legendary content, man. So
my favorite, for those who listening, my favorite Kevin Samuels video is called like Reinvent Yourself. He in a car. I think it came out
yeah,
like
I
a few
saw
years
that
ago.
joint. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite videos that when I first started listening to him that I really liked.
Yeah, that was a real good one. I remember that one. That one actually came up in my news feed not too long ago. So
Yeah,
that's interesting you brought that up.
yeah.
That
So
was an
that's
excellent one.
yeah. So yeah, man. But that's really what I just want to pass along. Yeah. So
Yeah, man. But how you doing, man? You been all right?
bro, I've been doing good, man. I'm headed to Copenhagen, Denmark, Greece, and Singapore at the end of the month. I'll be gone for about 15 days, 16 days.
God damn. You
Uh,
on the move.
yeah, Denmark Denmark and Greece, I'll be taking a class. I'll be in both of those countries for 5 days each, and then I'll be in
That's what's
Singapore
up,
for
man.
about 6 months.
That's
What's that?
what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm proud of you, man. I really am, dog. You didn't just took off your ass like, man, fuck that.
Yeah, man. I got it. Yeah, fashion stepping up, man. We got a lot of fashion shows coming up here soon too. So
Oh, I know, man.
yeah,
That's what's up. Yeah, I see. I gotta connect with y'all, but it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen because we moving in those directions, man. It's a lot of shit that's going on for me up here too, man. So it's like, this is one of the things I always try to teach brothers on this channel real quick, before I let you go, is that we have to become what we desire, man. And you have to really, it's not about chasing money. It's not about none of that, man. It's really just bettering yourself and learning yourself and knowing yourself. That's the key to all of this, man. And brothers like yourself is a great example of that. That it, what you talking since the first time we talked, what is it, like a year and a half or something
yeah,
like that?
that's so.
Yeah. So, and you listen to you now, man. And I wasn't really worried about you, and I don't worry about most black men. It's just all a matter of just getting that shit together, man, and what way you want to go. So I'm
Yeah,
proud of you, man. I'm really proud of you. Like I
yeah,
really
man.
am.
I'm glad I got to connect with you, man. Just having that extra person on the outside, man, just to vent to, man. That sometimes, bro, that's all we need, really. Just get off our
Yeah,
chest, and then you know, get some good inspiration and move accordingly. So
that's what's up. Hey man, I gotta get you on the court, dog. I'm gonna get you on the court next
oh
time I
yeah,
see
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm back to hooping too, man. I'm back to hooping.
Oh,
Hey,
nigga,
I'm in the
Uber
gym,
too.
bro. I'm back to hooping. Hey, I'm in the gym 5 days a week now. I'm back to hooping, bro. Like, I found a good balance with my dog training business. So I know like how many clients I need, for one to make my expenses and two just to also live life, man. Because last summer I spent so much time training. Now this summer, bro, I just want to enjoy it. Like, still make my money, but just enjoy life.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Well, that's what's up, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I really am.
yeah, let me know when you come back up here, man. We can definitely hoop. I'm out here.
Man, you say you a my man Orange Juice Jones said I would dust you off in basketball. Hey man, look, I ain't tell y'all we made it to a championship in my little old 40 and over league. And I
Okay.
would have got MVP, but we lost the fucking game. I was gonna show that to y'all. I'm like, nigga, I still be balling, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna get y'all out there.
Hey, I'm digging that beer too, man. I think I'm gonna steal that, bro. I'm gonna have my barber hook me up this week with that.
Oh, the beer game?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I think I'm gonna have my
Get your
barber
beer.
hook me up this week with that. As a matter of fact, next time you come up here or next time we get together, man, let me know ahead of time so I can get one of your cuts.
Oh yeah, I got you, bro. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah. So I sure meant to mention that last time, but with some other things.
No, that's all good, man. We definitely gonna link, man. 'Cause we all on the same page, y'all. So we together even when we don't see each other. So make
Oh
no
yeah,
mistake.
yeah. O asked about you. I said, man, he said we're gonna link up in due time. I said we won't
Yeah,
work and we
we
can
are.
link up when
Oh
the
no,
time
we
is.
definitely are. Trust me. Trust me. Trust and believe, dog. Trust and believe. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Well, good you called in, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. I'm listening.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.
Peace. That was my man KJ. Orange Jones Juice. Hey man, you don't think you want this smoke on the court, man. I don't think you want it, bro. But yeah, man, that's a good call, man. And I'm glad to hear brothers on my channel here making fucking sense about the impact and the things they learned from Kevin. And that's the thing that I want you guys to, like I said, take out the good things. Like I said, a lot of these clowns is talking about what they didn't agree with him and he's a Satan minister and all this bullshit. It's like, all right, listen, man, the Hotep shit's gone. These Hotep brothers, man, they didn't reach the all-time low. It's like, even if you don't even agree, it's like, just shut your mouth. It's like, but you know what? Them niggas is clout chasing too. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, the line is open. Y'all see the stream. Y'all can call up if you want. If y'all have anything y'all want to say, something y'all learn, from Kevin Samuels. Anything y'all want to share? There's been some great calls that just called in, man. So that's been kind of fly. Um, but I just think that Kevin, man, KS was he was good for that time, man. He had a hot run. The message got out, and he exposed a lot, even in his passing. He exposed a lot of the content these women have for you. So even when you think you're getting the draws, these bitches don't respect you. They don't have no love for your ass. How can they love you when they don't love their own selves? I want you men to start asking yourselves that. And look how they treated somebody that was trying to give them a message to be better. They thought the shit was funny. You know what I mean? So these bitches they're disaster. They are a fucking disaster. And these clowns that's trying to say that he was a demon minister, these dudes is fucking retarded, man, because they know nothing about self. They know nothing about uh just being, the light, the dark side of self. They don't know shit, man. They don't even know how this thing moves. You know what I mean? So, I see my man, it's an MJ Dub in the back. Let me bring him on up. Let me see. Yo, what's up, fam?
Man? What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, dog? Oh shit, I'll say you like my brother and shit. That shit look crazy.
Oh,
You need a hat on, dog.
Yeah, I know, man.
That shit look crazy, dog. What's good with you, man?
Great, man.
Oh,
Great,
man.
I just wanted to chime in real quick, man, because like I said,
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
I
want to hear your breakdown on
twice on them. One thing about it, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of Kevin. Actually, I watched a few videos. Probably like I got introduced him through Black Ram, and it was so crazy that Black Ram just recently released a video, talking about it like on like a really higher plane of level. But one thing I would say about the whole concept of the manifesting thing, how he just spoke everything to existence, was just so crazy. Because even when I first met him, he was like on the move. He was going. He was busy. People was like, you had like a couple of like people laughing at him, and at the same time like, oh, that's the average at best dude. But one thing I would say that I was always wanted to chime in on, and I was thinking about it when you were saying it, was like it's something about somebody who can manifest, that how the universe, like, it bends to its will. It's like, and one thing that he did that I don't think nobody really paid attention to is like, that's why when I put it in the chat when I was talking about the whole sperm wars thing, and what, if you ever read the book Sperm Wars, they talked about how like a certain type of like a light sperm, like a consciousness sperm, would always try to like awaken the dead cell sperms, and they would try to attack it. And I was like, on a microcosm to a macrocosm, it's the same thing. It's like when you try to awaken a certain group of people who don't want to be awakened or don't want to see that type of side of themselves, they always come to attack you. And it was almost like he was kind of like bringing a difference to the bringing it, like trying to like bend the indifference into like somebody's own awakening. And that's like a bad thing. It's like when you try to awaken somebody that don't want to be awakened, the universe tends to kind of like, you become a sacrifice. It's called the hero's journey. And it's like when you become so basically it's like, I'm gonna use The Matrix for example. I watched it again. I watched like 4 or 5 times, and one of the things I don't think nobody really paid attention to is when Neo was talking to the architect. The architect was basically telling Neo about the machines. There's a studio right here, but the architect was telling him something about the machines, and he said that the machines wasn't created until Neo separated himself from the incubator thing. Basically, when he separated himself, the machines was created. So basically, everything that was fighting him basically was himself. So basically, and it's the same thing as like with the hero journey. If you look at Batman, most of the villains come from the League of Shadows. So basically, once he separated from the League of Shadows, where he was at, when he separated himself from Source, then the part of the universe was coming to attack him, because everybody has to go through their own journey. So when you try to upscale someone's journey before they actually are able to awaken from it, now you have to become a sacrifice to save those people. Same way when the Matrix, Neo had to kill himself, sacrifice himself to save Zion. You feel me? And it's
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
I'm
that.
following. Yeah, I'm just putting it all
So
together because that. Yeah,
yeah. So it's kind of like that same concept. It's like what Kevin was doing was he started out helping men, you know, and obviously the way whether it was a financial situation or where he felt like the women would be better. But everybody know, obviously, you would want to help the men before you help the women. You help the men, the woman will fall in line. But he did something different. He separated himself from the men and started helping the women. That alone is going against the universe's plan. So now you become almost like a spiritual sacrifice in a mental in a consciousness way because it's like, wait a minute, you're kind of separating the purpose of aligning to build a foundation, to build a form, to build a higher consciousness. And it's like the fashion stuff is cool, the images stuff is cool, but it's like, wait a minute, how? So it was like almost for everybody to see from the beginning, his first message, it was almost like in a spiritual way for him to, to leave his legacy behind for the men to see it. Because a lot of
hmm
men forgot how he started. You know,
yeah,
like we know him from the viral videos, but we forgot he started with trying to inspire men. Whether you can say, oh, he was a he was doing car videos and talking about fragrances and all that. In the beginning, the depth of his concept, the depth of what he was trying to do, his message was trying to change black men's image and put black
right.
people into those rooms. A lot of people forgot about that. So with the and from a higher consciousness level, like the universe is like, wait a minute, you kind of getting off task right now. You're kind of going against the grain. Same way if you take the Matrix, he supposed to be reincarnated himself. Instead, he took himself out of source and separated himself from source. When he separated himself from source, from his original purpose, he created his own enemies. He created own things that was attacking him. Same way that Kevin had all these women attacking him because it's like, wait a minute, why are these women attacking you? Because when you are in line with yourself and you're in line with your purpose, nothing can touch you. You're almost like you can just walk through. Like it's like same with the Matrix. You can just walk through and you can kind of control your whole environment. But when the whole environment is attacking you, there's a sign that you, some
That's
reason
some
in your message, you're not
that's some
connected
real
with
shit,
source.
man. That's some
Oh, I'm
deep
here,
shit you
man.
just said. Damn.
I ain't been on a while, man. I had to bring it
That's
back
some,
to
but
the.
that's some real shit, man. That's but it goes to cause me and Pimp God was talking about this, and he's the one who was telling me he hit me to it too. That he said from his understanding that was one of the things that quote unquote the Christ figure that he basically the story with him is that he was
Yeah,
sharing
it's the
too much
same thing.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and that's the thing, and that's just so crazy because it's like if you understand what you is the substance of God. You got
Right.
Yahweh, you. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like what you is basically the substance of God. If you talk about the whole sperm wars thing, like I said, when a certain light or a certain frequency in the in the male's genitals is trying to awaken the dead cells will try to kill off the light cells. So they're all trying to race to get to the woman's egg at the same time, even the dead cells. So some people, so when you put it from a micro level, it's this macro level from like a higher, us in the physical body, it's the same concept. Everyone's looking at that bright cell that's like, hey, guys, we should do this, we should do this. But those cells have a certain time to awaken. You don't want to awaken somebody or go against the grain or do something that you're not supposed to do. Sometimes to awaken somebody, to inspire somebody, is just to manifest. Just
But
continue to manifest.
but they said a little bit of that on the Matrix. Remember when Morpheus told him, he said sometimes freeing a mind can be dangerous because they have a hard
Exactly.
time letting go at a certain age too.
Exactly. Exactly. And
And
that was the
so
thing. That was the whole thing.
right. And so I'm saying
Like,
to you that is I'm asking you, so would that apply to really the situation when you're dealing with a lot of these women, most of them too? And it's something um, that I discovered too when it comes to women. I think Black Ram talked a little bit about this. She don't even have a man because I mean, meaning by her not having a man that she's getting light from, her her whole concept of life is the greater society. So she's going to
yeah,
go whatever the greater society says, and whatever that say, turn on him, get the pitchforks. She's going to do the same thing because she's only governed by those deities of this system and program. Is that correct? Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, because the thing is with women, I always every time I try to talk about women, I always try to break it down from the subconscious to the conscious level. The principle of a female, of a woman, is the subconscious. The subconscious is a program.
Right.
It's literally meant to be programmed. It's meant to be guided. This is how the Hotep people get it misconstrued because they think when they think of subconscious, they think of dark substance, they think of the
Right.
unknown and the non-created. So they say, okay, that's God. But it's like, wait, how does God need to be guarded? So women can't be God. Women is basically she's the governor. Obviously she's the incubator into bringing into this realm.
Yeah.
So the thing with women is, and the same thing you want to use your mind, how to manifest. You need to understand that your subconscious mind, it can't give you direction. It's picking up on things. It's taking things. That's why a woman is controlled by her environment, where a male has to control his environment. So the
Mm.
thing is, like we can go back to the Kevin Samuels thing. When Kevin Samuels, when he was first doing his thing, he was helping men, but he
Men. Yeah.
realized the average at best thing was making him money. As much as it was working for him, he made a lot of money doing it. It went against the
Right.
laws of the universe
I
because
agree.
he was trying to ask women about, the do you want this type of thing where you don't want that? And the same thing, you're basically asking a program what the
Oh
program
man,
want.
that's
And the
cold
program
game
is
right there,
like,
y'all.
and the program is like, I want a 6 feet, 6 figure dude with so and so. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's
That's
just
true.
program in itself
You
is
like
not
going
really
to the
saying
vending
anything.
machine and shit.
Yeah, and it's like, and like I said, if you know anything about women, most of the stuff that they say that they want, most than likely, if you look at their ex or who they was with, that's not what they get.
It's not even what.
You know,
Yeah, that's some real shit, man. I hope people in the chat and people that's listening understand what MJ Dub was saying, man. That's some cold shit, man. That's really how you have to see
yeah,
it. And the interesting thing about it is when you really deal with women, man, and especially if you men like us and you just really look at her and you already know she's governed by that. That's what makes her move.
yeah,
But men like ourselves, this is why I used to have content in the salon. See, I knew none of this, but I'm giving these bras direction and giving them a purpose, but they actually find content in that, especially if it's coming from you. Now, why do you
yeah.
think that is when it gets to that level? Why do you think that they will find content to the messenger itself? It goes back to what you're saying, but when you in direct contact with these particular women in your lives, why do you think the content is still there? Is it the same reason that you're saying?
Um, yeah, it's because it's still a program there.
Yeah,
There's still an indifference program there, and like I said, depending on the circumstances, the way the program was being built, the subconscious mind doesn't forget anything. So it needs to, and same thing with the woman in general, just having a conversation with it. It has to come some kind of trust. It's like with the whole submission concept. The whole process. That's why guys get it misconstrued. They think, oh, she just needs to submit to me. No, a program just doesn't submit to you. It needs to see that you have everything around you that it will fall into line to submit. And that has to come directly with you. For example, like I'm just gonna use myself for example. I got up like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's Sunday. I know it's Mother's Day, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym anyway. In my birthdays, went to the gym and I jumped up. Like I didn't even think about it. I didn't
wow,
even think about it. I didn't even think about it. I just jumped up, took a shower, and just went straight to the gym. And I knew if I thought about it, the program was going to try to make me think something different. And you got to keep on doing things around the program to the program to fall in line and fall into place. It's like same thing what they're doing with the whole government, with the whole, the roll raid type of thing. It's like when
yeah,
you put things in line around the program, where the program it's going to constantly adjust. It's going to adapt. And that's the thing. The problem with men is we're not adapting. We're not understanding that the program is adapting with the environment. When a program adapts with the environment, it's the time for us to find out how we can move, how we can control the program within us. Because
right,
once we move, the subconscious the paradigm has to shift. The thing has to shift. Us, like I said, it's good to just sit there and just talk to us, say, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? But if you become the example, you become the message. It's
Yeah,
like,
you become the
okay,
living
I just
embodiment of that. Yeah.
exactly. You become the message. Like what we were saying earlier when the girl was like, um, um, I want to get you beat up because you looking like you the man. Basically, what she was saying from a program level, I'm just going to bring it back down to this because it try to make it more simplified. She basically saying is, I'm not familiar with that program.
Mm.
I don't, that program, it makes me
That's some deep
nervous.
shit, man. That's some real cold shit.
Yeah, man.
That
So
shit
it's
is
like,
wild.
yeah, so
Because
it's like,
my experiences in the hair salon business and it's funny you bringing it. I mean, use that example that I use because I didn't. Not only that happened, it happened one other time. I've overheard it. Um, and it's just me working in hair schools, but it was from another black woman. She told me that yeah, Mr. Scott walking around with his head up high. Now I'm kind of a young man. But like you're saying, see, I was unaware of that because I just moved that way. But people around me looking like, does he realize? It's almost like you don't realize that you sort of be broken because in our program you're a black male. You're not supposed to give instruction. You're supposed to be effeminate. You're supposed to bow down. You're supposed to
yeah,
be the thug. You're supposed to have your dick ready for me.
yeah,
That's the program. But you walking around giving instruction
yeah,
like you're
like for
oblivious to
example, like I'm gonna use another example. I'm using Matrix example because it was three books the Matrix was based on. I
it.
don't know all of them. I know one of the books was called The Cave. And the whole concept of the cave was there was people in a cave that was all shackled. They was all shackled up on the wall. And when they was all shackled up on the wall, one of the guys got loose. And he because the thing when I was shackled on the wall, it looked like it was like monsters outside. It was fighting outside. There was people being killed outside. All they saw was shadows on the wall. They couldn't see what was outside. Once one of the guys got loose, they realized outside it was just people making puppets. It wasn't no
Mm,
real things happening. But the guy was like, "Don't tell nobody what we're doing. If you can, if you want, you could become one of the people who's making the shadow puppets." And and a philosopher, he broke this down. He was talking about this is basically how our society is created. And the people that's in shackles, that's locked up, they want to believe that there's actually things that's going on out there. That's a part of the program. That's how the subconscious mind works. But what the conscious mind does, when the subconscious mind finds the light, instead of becoming the one who's being created with the program, it becomes the creator. And and that's the highest level of consciousness. That's how you know when you're old soul, when you come back and you want to be a creator. You don't want to be created. So the young souls, they
mm,
just want to be created. So it's like you want to put yourself in a place where you are the creator. And it's always good to be the creator, but the worst thing you want to do is go back in that cave and try to wake everybody else up. Because if they don't want to be let loose, they will attack you. And that's what the shadow puppet guys was telling the guy who left out, or how he got that escape. That's a real thing.
damn.
It's called the cave. I forgot what the thing is called. I can look it up on my computer now
Yeah,
and tell
look
you
it
what
up,
it is.
man. What is that called? I want to check that out. Yeah, I'm curious. Some deep shit, man.
Yeah, man, let me
My
see.
man Mel said he edified us tonight. That's what I'm talking about, man. We got you back, man. That's what's up. So you said what you doing now? You changed your name to what is it? Official
It's
like
J.
JM.
My music name is J Mike. J Mike. JMIC. And it's JMI
Oh, okay.
official. Is
J
JMI
Mike.
official is my
So what you doing? Your
yeah
music? You doing your music again, man? So what you do?
yeah
Beats or
yeah.
what you do?
No, I'm an artist. I do rap. Oh, okay. They
Oh,
actually
that's
made
what's
a
up.
they actually made a horror movie about the cave, but the actual the book is called the uh, it's by like I said, it's three books that the Matrix movie was based on. Yeah, here it is. It's called by Robert Penn Warren. The book is called The Cave, and that's what the book is about. It's basically
Okay.
about yeah,
Hold on,
and
let me
exactly
put that.
it's a few concepts that they use in the Matrix from that book, The Cave, and that's basically what's happening with Neo when he separated himself from Source and he was able to see the basically himself separated from himself. And that's why he, like he said, he created his own enemies when he separated himself from his actual purpose. when you want to try to wake people up instead of just doing your purpose or what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Now you have to become. Now you have to become. Now you have to become a sacrifice.
Now, who's the author again?
Robert Penn Warren. It's called the Allegory of the. It's called the Allegory of the Cave. It's literally on Amazon for like $5. It's a short book. It's not that long.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening up. Trying to.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, that's what the book was about. So at the end, I guess at the end of the book, he actually become one of the shadow puppet guys who actually do the stuff on the wall, because he realized that once he tried to, every time he tried to help somebody, they was trying to kill him. And they, you know, like either they was like didn't believe him or they just wanted to stay in the cave. You know, and our civilization is built on the same concept. It's like we need to understand that not everybody is meant to be woken up from this. You know, and we have to become the creators instead of being the creator.
Yeah, man, that's and like you're saying, and you really have to start living that in your own life, and being that example in your own life. And I really totally concur with that. And most of these guys don't understand that, man. Like I said, the brother today I talked to about Kevin Samuels, and he was like, man, he said, yeah, and I told him I'd rather go down in looks to get the right feminine energy. He was like, man, I don't know about, man. I said, but that's when I know brothers still don't get it, man. I get it. Listen, I understand both sides. I get it for the appetite. If you just gotta have, man, she gotta look. I understand it, but at a certain level, and I know that you understand the energy. I don't know if I ever shared this dream with y'all. I told Pimp God about it, but it's really about the energy. I had a dream, man. I don't know if I ever shared this with you. Did I ever tell you about the dream that I had? That I was with a woman, but she wasn't sexual. We were just out talking, like do my regular walks. It was like that. I was dreaming, but she was feminine, man. She didn't have no face or anything. It was just the energy. I just remember being with her in my dream, man. Like it was just the energy I was attracted to. And when I was a younger man, I would have certain dreams about a certain look, a chick. But now it was just the chick didn't even have a fucking face, man. It was the energy, man. And I woke up like happy. It was just a different feel. I'm like, damn, yo, that's how it's supposed to be. Now, what would you translate that as being, man? I told Pimp God about it. What's your thought on that? That was some deep shit.
Yeah, I just got a thought when you said it. I don't know if it was a channel or whatever, but it basically reenacting an image of you connecting with your feminine energy. You was connecting with the divine feminine within yourself. With the divine feminine, if you understand what the divine feminine is, the divine feminine doesn't have a look, doesn't have a face. You know, like I said, down to our lowest molecule, the soul is smell, sound, and vibration. And for you to come down to the point where you probably can even smell it, probably in the dream, where that was lowest point where you was able to. Because the thing is, when we go into dreams is basically us. It's like us going internally within our subconscious, deep down, where it's almost like a report card on what we have connected into within our minds. You know, I always say, like, even the whole concept with the you know, the Adam and Eve, and you know, the feminine, the masculine energy, and the principles. I remember Reverend Ike said something about this too, which I can actually tend to this when he talked about the whole concept that a lot of people get misconstrued with the whole concept, what they thought the theologians, what they meant by the Adam and Eve story. Adam is the conscious mind, Eve is the subconscious mind, and the whole concept of the garden is what you plant in your mind. It's what you plant in the garden. And the first sin was actually negative thinking. And when he created negative thinking, that's when everything kind of went down. That's what the whole concept of Lilith is. Lilith was basically the negative thinking. And when he bit the apple, like I said, the forbidden fruit.
So let me ask you this: what is exactly negative thinking? So how could it? Because if it's all coming from the R, what will be the negative thinking behind it?
What is sin? Sin means to miss the mark. It's the archer. That's what the whole sin is. So negative thinking will be miss the mark. So negative thinking will be basically it says evil to live backwards. So basically it's just a reinterpretation of you taking your power and using it, misusing it. This is what, and giving
Okay.
it to something else. And when you give your power to something else, it becomes evil. That's what whole sleep paralysis is. Sleep paralysis is basically your energy trying to come back to you that don't know it's you. You know, it's trying to, it's, you know, that's why people get, oh, I'm stuck, I can't move. Because you put
Right.
something out in the, you put something out in the world and you bring it back to yourself and you don't remember, you don't even recognize it's you. So it's like, that's what the whole process of trying to bring, like, that's what the whole thing with the whole Adam and Eve is. When he saw the whole first part, the first version of sin was negative thinking, missing the mark. What is the mark? The mark is missing the archer, missing your focus, denying your purpose. And that's what happens. Whatever you plant in the garden, it will grow, it will be created, it will manifest. And when he
Now, part of your
manifested,
purpose too is really starting to try to discover whom you are. Is that part of your journey, being in this physical form
oh,
of
absolutely.
self?
I'm gonna say this one. I might put this on my own channel as well. When my mother first passed, um, the first thing I realized, I think it was a week after she passed, I was sitting in the kitchen and I was working on a song. And when I was working on the song, I heard a vibration in my ear. And like my nickname, like I have like a childhood nickname that only her and my grandmother called me. And it was
Uh-huh.
just like it was buzzing in my ear, and I'm just like, man, I'm like, what the hell was that? It felt like I thought it was I don't know what it was, but then I heard a door knock, and I was like, oh, that got to be her. And I just knew it was her. I could smell it. Like she had like a certain vernacular smell that I knew
Damn.
it was her. So this is when I really started going through my spiritual awakening, started to see things from a higher plane, because it's like when you lose somebody so close to you, you tend to, like, you have to look at life in a different playing field. You can't look at it like everybody else, because it's like if you don't, you're gonna put yourself in a situation where it's like I don't know what to do. So I started to study. I started to understand the whole vibration, and obviously, they said that the soul vibrates on 13 hertz. This is why when somebody passes, they can tell when the soul leaves the body, because they lose 13 pounds. And
Wow.
so basic. This is Rose. I'm not. This is so. What
Wow.
happens is
No,
when
no. I'm like, shit. I never even heard that. You said they said so you lose 13 pounds.
you lose the soul. So basically is our physical body is a vehicle. All our physical body is it basically helps the soul generate from different frequencies: theta, beta, alpha, and delta. What delta is where we sleep. Theta is where we are consciously awake, but we kind of like in deep thought. What alpha is like where we're like we kind of chill. We a little mellow. Whereas beta, where we like we aware of every we don't care what we just out there, like we don't care. And all these different stations will be representations of dimensions and frequencies and vibrations. Depending on whatever is in that particular frequency, is what the soul is trying to transmute and to bring back up to a higher vibration. We reincarnate back on this world because the thing is that when the soul dies, depending on the past life, it has a smell and it has a vibration, it has a frequency. It's like when you put salt into water and you play music, you could tell just by how the music vibration, just by how the salt is. It looks like a snowflake, like. So the thing is, those patterns that we live in our past lives, depending on what we go through in our past lives, we come back here to shift them. We come back to change them. We come back to put them back in alignment. So we all come here flawed. No one comes here perfect. So we'll have a certain thought process. We'll have a certain thing that we need to change, that we need to fix. And when I learned that from just like I said, going back to my talking about sorry about my mother, about the sound and hearing her call me and then hearing the door knock, that's what frequency, like I said. The thing is, when we pass, we don't have the ability, when we pass over, depending on where we left, we don't have the ability to vibrate to a higher frequency. We stuck on that frequency. So we use our physical bodies to move through those frequencies to change and recreate and basically heal those certain patterns that we have we have basically adjusted to. And depending on where we left, or how we passed away, it all depends on if we're going to come back or not. And the goal is to come back here, and the goal is to manifest. The goal is to recreate and like envision everything that's in your garden. Whatever you put in your garden, that garden needs to manifest out. It needs to spread out, whether it's good or bad. If it's bad, go back in your subconscious mind, rearrange it, and change the paradigm shift and bring it back out. Because whatever you put in your garden is going to manifest. And your garden is your subconscious, it's your visualization, it's your image, it's your imagination. Where I think what's the name would say, I think it's no, I think it's Freeman Elman. He would say that. Freeman Elman would say
Yeah.
imagination.
See, what's the name? Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
would say imagination. So that's what it is, and that's what the whole concept of the soul is. That's what soul purpose is. Soul purpose is knowing why you came back here and understanding those patterns that you have. Those patterns are meant to be shifted and changed and redirected. They're not meant to do the same exact thing. If you didn't do something in your past life, you came back here to do it either again or do it better. Basically sometimes it's just all the stuff that's in your garden, all the stuff that's in your Akashic records,
Mm.
and that's like I said, we can even go back to the Kevin Samuels thing or anybody else, to anybody who came here and did what they said they needed to do. They left. That you can tell when somebody becomes successful. You can tell when somebody did what they were supposed to do if they die immortal. They always talk about people dying immortal. Like
Yeah.
he came here, he died at an age where he can look like he can live forever. That's a soul who did everything they were supposed to do.
Yeah. That's
Because
real, man.
like when they did everything they're supposed to do, and they still like Kobe. Kobe did everything he was supposed to do. Regardless, he felt like he could have did more. He did everything he was supposed to do. And that's how it is. Like I said, old souls die young because they don't got that much left. They need to really manifest. They already manifested so much in their past lives. They came here to shift and change up one pattern, or 4 or 5 different patterns
Dang,
of something they need to do.
man,
Like I
that's some
said, just like that's
cold. That's some cold game, dog. That's some cold shit you spitting. I
yeah,
mean, that's
yeah,
real, man. But go ahead.
yeah. That's what I said. That's why no snowflake look the same. Because the snowflake even picks up on soul energy that's around it when it lands. It's almost like it's like a pattern. It's like a pattern shift. It's like that transmit within the flakes and shit like that.
All of this, man, is really your energy, man, and you really understanding that, and it's almost like the all is almost playing based on my understanding too, that all of this is like imagination to I know you heard that too, the
Yeah, of
imagination of
course.
all of this, we are like is imagination, and it's like it's deep to really under that concept of understanding. um it's like you're playing a trick on yourself. It's like with internally, it's like not trying to become your best self and find your purpose. It's like you on an adventure from yourself, and like you're saying that it could be dangerous when you're trying to enlighten other people when they're not even. That's why they say if they're not even searching for it, um it's really best not to even just be giving away this kind of information. It's
And
like,
not even, yeah, not even just that
go
too.
ahead.
This is something too that I could probably give you this, Jim. Some souls come back here to not awaken.
Mm,
Remember I talk about the whole human design and how we all have a aura, our auric field that surrounded us. And I said that how you was a generator manifester, and I said I was a projector, and I said Kanye is also a projector as well. But
mm,
basically, and the whole concept of projector is waiting for the invitation. You become the invitation. Basically, that's what Kanye did. This is why every time he tried to push himself into something, he was pushed out. But it took him to
yeah,
go in and focus on himself, and then he will receive the invitation. That's how auric field. That's how energies that basically our heart center basically creates around us, depending on how we, how what we hold on to. Like I said, the whole concept of opening the heart chakra is to let go. But what you were just saying about the whole soul level thing and basically our purpose is that as beings, when, like I said, when you talk about the different human designs, there's actually a human design that's called the reflector, where they basically just here to reflect off of you, whatever you're doing. Then you have the generators who are here to work. Then you have the manifestors who are here just to manifest. And then you have manifestors and generators like you. And then you have then you have the observers where they just here just to watch. So it's like you don't know what people's human designs are. And if you speaking to somebody, that you might not know what their human design is, basically what they came here for. The human design is basically the energy circuit on how they move in this whole paradigm, how they whole move in this whole system. Because
Yeah,
same way how when you go out and you don't put sunblock on, the sun takes a lot of your minerals and strips a lot of your vitamins and stuff back from you. So you got to put that back into yourself because the sun takes that same energy from us and it generates it and puts it back into the earth. It's almost like a cycle. It's like a life cycle that continues to go on. The problem is when the difference is this is how we create karmic lessons. When we try to go against the whole
right.
natural cycle, where we try to tell a generator who's just here to keep working, and you need to manifest. And you telling a reflector, you need to be a generator, or you need to, and this is what the whole thing is, and this is why the whole age of Aquarius is. The whole age of Aquarius is for people. This is why a lot of people are learning how to do more things because this is the age of the age of Aquarius has a lot to do more with the manifestors and
Yeah,
manifestors, and it has a lot to do with more with the freaking projectors who are the
the
people
projectors.
who are
Yeah,
so it's more about the generators is kind of dying out and with
damn.
and this is what the whole process of that's going on is like once that age, like I said, the age of Aquarius, age of Pisces had a lot to do with the generators, people that's working, the
That's a good
golden
point.
ages, the bronze ages where
Yeah.
we had bronze on our neck,
Hmm.
we was working with slaves, and now it's going more into manifestors
It
and
is. And
projectors.
the vibration is going to raise too. And a lot of people are not going to be able to, and you know this, they're not going to be able to, especially in the white community, they're not going to be able to really, they're done. Their time is up.
Yeah,
Because they ain't gonna be, they can't vibrate. If that's why men have to look, especially black men, have to look internally, um, and to understand that because you can't keep. That's why certain channels they keep talking about white supremacy. Now I'm like, man, that shit old, man. I get it,
yeah,
but at a
that
certain
may
point
not
they
even
dying out, man. That's just an old, like you an old program. It's really the vibration, man. You change that. And a lot of them not gonna be able to go to that frequency. They're gonna die out themselves. That's why they on opioids like a
yeah. I be trying not to say too much stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know, right? I mean,
Nah,
I just, and look, I love my brothers, man. I'm like, but certain shit, man. That's why I believe just on my channel, I love my subs better, man, because we talk about real shit, and it's like, it's really internally. And I sometimes wonder, do people even get what I be saying? I be asking Pimp God. He said, man, some of that shit, man, you talking about. He said, I know they probably ain't really trying to hear all that meaning because you got to look within, like. And that's why I always say that. Remember, I was talking about the high value man versus the superior man. I talked about that lifestyle because I was that. I've been that, and a
yeah,
lot of stuff too is new to a lot of men. That, like you're saying, they're chasing something they don't even know what they're really chasing. But it's like the programs say this is what you got to be accepted. Then that's not enough. You got these chicks out here now saying $100,000 ain't enough. It's always going to keep moving. So you're chasing a
yeah.
dollar amount, which makes no fucking sense. It's like
Because,
brothers need to
but this is
understand that. Go ahead.
but this was so funny about the whole concept. Like I said, we could talk about the subconscious, how the subconscious is programmed and how it works, and connect that to how
Yeah,
women work. Or we can just say women put up boundaries when they're not that interested. Because
right. That's true too.
they
And that's
they
always
always
true.
move. They always basically, like I said, if you understand the female nature, how she move and basically how she work, her whole concept is survival. It's all about being a survivalist. So she's learned it's in her nature, it's in her, it's how she moves, it's in her like her neurotransmitters. So she's gonna tell you anything if she feels like she needs to put a barrier up. But most of that stuff she said that she want, that she looking for, she doesn't receive, she doesn't get it because it's not that important to her. She's basically, it's just like a scale. It's like, okay, you gotta be this attractive to let this barrier fall down. Or you gotta be this like I said, that's all it is.
Dog,
It's not,
you
it's like, it's
you
pointless.
understand. That's my point. That's why when that brother told me, when I said, man, I'd rather go down in looks to get a cooperative
Yeah,
feminine
like,
woman. He was like, what the fuck? What? Like,
yeah,
I'm like, bro, he don't get it. Like, in other words, when you deal with a program, especially with a woman, it's what you're saying. And most men don't understand that concept, man. It's really about you. And she's gonna have to either acquiesce to your program, or she, like you saying, she just whatever, she just says whatever. She's a survivalist, so she gonna just say that. That's the most popular thing to say
yeah.
right now.
Guys
That's
don't,
why,
and guys don't understand.
yeah,
Yeah, and guys don't understand this neither too. I'm gonna use the Megan Good concept.
yeah,
When everybody was going crazy because Megan Good, when she left the preacher dude and went to the battle rapper dude, people don't understand why women could go to that. Because the thing about it, all it is about who can control the environment the most. When she was with the preacher dude, when they was walking together, I'm pretty sure it was people coming up to her like, "Oh, who is this guy?" Women don't want that. Women want to be in an environment where people going, "Oh, who's she?" Meaning they
yeah,
know you but don't know her. It's like this is why they go to the street dudes so much. It's not because they cool and they got swag. They go to the person they think can control the environment. If you can control
right,
the environment and bring her somewhere where she has to sit in her femininity because she don't know nobody but you, and she feels like okay, um, like and everybody around you can attest to who you are, and they say, oh, that's that dude, that's that dude. That's why the dude disaster could do that because he's in an environment where no one really knows her, but they know him. And he's like I
yeah,
said, it's like it's the same thing. It's like when you with the preacher dude, everybody know you're a preacher dude, but nobody's saying who's
mhm,
making good. Everybody already knows. Nobody knows that guy. They know her, and she felt like
yep,
even in that relationship that even though they was together, they made books together, but the books was based on her and him. It wasn't no books
yeah,
that he made alone by himself. Basically, you saying even in the most religious way that your consciousness is not even in your own consciousness, is in her consciousness. So
yeah.
that relationship wasn't going to work anyway.
Anyway,
Because at
that's
the
a good
end of the
point.
day, she could go to a battle rapper who's a legend in his field, who's highly respected in his field, and just because it don't look that big from a Hollywood standpoint, she's in an environment where no one really knows her but him. They know him. They go to him. They saying so it's like okay, I'm just an actor. You know me by so and so, but they're like, oh no, we know disaster. We don't want to know who you are. She wants
That's
that. That's what most women
that's
want.
real.
Women want a man that can control his own environment. Women don't want men that they walk in with and everybody's like, oh, can you introduce me to this guy
But
who don't have
here's the
no control of himself?
flip side though of that, and you know this too. That this is why you have to really know something, in other words, her imprint too, because some of that, whatever man she may have in her, those energies can be even combative with you. Because I've lived that. I shit, everybody knew who I was. My baby mama, she could get anything she want in any business. She was looked at as the queen when she was, when I had my salons and moving the way I was, she was getting shit just based on me. But she also tried to destroy that. That's why she told me, and I think I shared that with y'all. She told me, and Pip God always bring that up. That was some deep shit. She told me in my face, she said, I know how to stop you. She told me that. That was some deep shit. I said, stop me. Why would you want to stop me? What does that mean? I didn't know what that meant when she said it, but I remember her looking at, oh, I know how to stop you. And she's benefiting off the lifestyle. But whatever that was in her, them other niggas that she was with, those other vibrations was conflicted with mine over time. She started to try to destroy, which I think to me was part of the flaw. I don't know if it depends how you look at it. I don't know if it's a flaw, but not understanding. I didn't give her a real purpose in my life. She just was living the high road. She could do what she want. So I
Yeah,
think that's where I fell off. I learned from that. I didn't give her because I'm like, man, you didn't have to work. You don't have to do nothing. But that
yeah,
was
same
actually
thing.
a downfall. Huh?
that's the same thing with me. Like I had a situation with like I had a long relationship like that, and it didn't go that well because I didn't really give her any like real purpose. Like it was just like
Right.
real like lovey dovey, and
Yeah.
that's what happens. And you understand that too. It's like having a video game in the house, and you don't give it any like the game is on. And if you ever seen them, you ever what like play something like Grand Theft Auto or something? I don't play video games. I'm just using an analogy when I
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you ever just play your Grand Theft Auto and you went like you didn't pause it, but the game is still on, and things around the game is still moving, but your
Ooh,
player
yeah.
like, yo, why you not making me move? Like it's
Yeah.
like it's kind of cursing at you like, yo, let's get it going, man. Let's do
Yeah.
this. It's talking to you
That's
like
true.
what's happening? Why
And
are
you
you
know
not
what?
giving me any purpose?
And you know what's funny? I was with the young lady that works for me, right? I was giving her a ride home. We be having some deep talks, man. I'm proud of her because she be really listening. Because sometimes we wonder, you know how women are, but she be listening,
Yeah.
man. Because I was asking her, and from a woman's standpoint, I was like, so I said, this is why the thug wins too, because on an esoteric level of understanding, when the thugs see you, a woman may not tell you unless you get it out of her. When that thug say, "Hey girl, come here," like he just like, "What's? Hey, sure, come here." Like he just give her a straight up fucking instruction. Deep internally, she's attracted to that just on that notion alone.
Yeah.
That she
You
may
know why
she may
though?
be because he's giving that bra an instruction off break. But go ahead, what you about to say about that?
You know why too? And this is something I've learned too with dealing with women is when a woman can, because one thing what women do is they have like a scale. Like every time they meet you, like every 5 seconds, guys don't understand this. This is the art of just knowing, just knowing, the last dragon, just knowing, just grabbing the arrow from the jump, like taking the patches off, like
Yeah,
not looking for no some dumb guy. So basically what women do is they have like this program in their head where they have certain categories of men who they think you are. This is why I always tell guys to be themselves and stop trying to be the guy that she already met. Because
yeah,
when the thing is, if you a gangster dude, she has a scale on what she think gangster is. So she's already fallen into the program of what she thinks she's supposed to act like. And that's why most of the gangster guys or the thuggos guys win because she already programmed to accept that there's a certain type of action or certain type of nature that's supposed to come with that. And if you don't do that, she'll say something like, "You look like you date white women."
yeah. That's true. That's actually true, dog. That's 1,000.
Because it's a program I had just saying, "Hey, you're not moving like I thought you would move. You're
Yeah,
not doing the things.
this is an
Oh, you're
unfamiliar
nice.
program.
You're a nice guy. I don't know what this is. It's like RoboCop. It's like, this guy must be a lame. I don't know why he's not pushing the
Right.
buttons. I thought he would put or move the way he's supposed to move. It's like unless, like I said, sometimes you have to be so in tune with yourself and know your own nature, know your own environment where that's why it takes time for her to understand your program and what you're doing. But the best way for her to understand it is for you to be already that. You have to be more like what she knows that she can come and go. But if she feels like she's so much a part of your program, where she's like, that's why the thug guys win too, because that's a program where he's gonna be a thug without her. He's gonna act like a thug even if she ain't there. She's like, I could just sit here. Oh,
Right.
he's gonna do the trap. Oh, I could just sit here. Oh, I'm a trap queen now. But if you some guy who's on his purpose and you're trying to do it and you're not really there yet, you don't know what you want to do. It's like, damn, it seems like I don't have any direction. I don't know what to do. Like I'm arrived. It's confusing for her. It's like the more you understand who you are as a man in your own consciousness, you're able to build that up where she could be there or not. It's still moving. It's still moving.
Bro, that's some cold game, man. And as you talking, I'm sitting here. What ran across my mind is that this is the kind of information that brothers, like I said, getting back to Kevin Samuels, that just be yourself, man, and really find out what that is. And like you said, most men don't have a concept of self at all. They're trying to fit into different programs, and the shit don't work because it's not authentic to whom they are. I don't like you said, I don't know to each individual, but a lot of times the shit just doesn't work. My son played the thug role, my oldest son. His baby mama, she didn't got fat, she didn't got locked up, got fat and looking crazy, and she already left him. But he got all this shit tatted on his face, loyalty for this broad. But then this broad trying to have him set up and all kinds of shit I've been hearing. So I'm like, bro, that's not you, man. That's not the. He's saying that it, but he folds, and it's like you can go under playing this fucking role. And I just want brothers to really just evaluate themselves, man, and really learn from, like I said, original the post for Kevin about Kevin, and just really learn the do's and don'ts, and really accept what comes with both. You know what I mean? And but like internally, it's really a sacrifice to. You got to really start to sacrifice as men, and not too many men are willing to sacrifice a lot of shit that keeps them inside the program. Most men are not trying to do that. They want to still be accepted. That's why they clout chase and do all this shit. But go ahead. What you about to say?
That's another thing too. Like, cause my phone about to die. I'm about to say this thing about KS is one thing people don't understand about what KS did was when, like I said, when he really wanted to talk to men, that was something he really wanted to do. If
Yeah.
you pay attention to his videos when he was talking to men, when he was talking in a car, that was pure Kev. That was what he wanted to
Yeah.
do. That was his passion, and that was his sole purpose. But when he went to the female route and started talking to the women, like I said, this, we can use the Matrix concept, we can use the superhero concept, we can use the Batman concept. He separated from League of Shadows, where League of Shadows had to combat him, and bring all the villains. If you look at all the Batman villains, they all came from League of Shadows. That's the same thing with Neo. They all came, the machines came when he separated from his purpose. He separated from source. When you separate from your purpose and what you're really supposed to do, you create these monsters that you have to save other people from. I'm not saying the women are the monsters. I'm just saying everything that came with it. And everybody's, oh, success and fame come with it. No. Only time that comes with it is when you're separating yourself from source. When you're doing something you're not supposed to, and the universe is trying to tell you, hey, stop, stop, stop. And he kept pushing. He got successful by it. Yeah, of course you're gonna
Yeah.
get successful by it. But what happens is the universe is gonna be like, okay, now it's getting a little too out of hand. You know, like I said, like he can talk about, like I said, a lot of these laws of the universe. I know there's a lot of societies that's built on these laws, and they just try to like follow through it with it. But it's the same thing. It's these laws are still a part. That's why people will talk about numerology numbers and all that. Oh, the numbers. I see a lot of that culture stuff. That stuff is here before they even figured it out.
Right.
Everything is that. Like my birthday, my name equals up to my address. That don't mean I'm a part of something. That's just the way the universe works.
Works.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's what it's saying. It's like at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when you focus on your sole purpose, the world says your wish is my command. But
Yep.
just like coming to America, your wish is my command. Whatever you like. But
Yep.
if you separate from that, now you're sleeping on the couch, like part two.
Yep.
Because and that's what it is with Kev. It's like he was doing everything right. But I think it was like the thing what kind of got combative when he started to get success from it. But no one really paid attention to was he happy. You could just tell by his body language, how he moved, how he was fun, he was cool, but there was something missing. He kept drinking Red Bulls. Like I said, I do health
Yeah.
and fitness. I do health and fitness. One thing I understand
Woo.
about caffeine is caffeine is basically it slows down your melatonin for you to feel like you're awake. But the truth is, when you're tired, that means you're lacking nutrition. That means you're lacking vitamins. That means you're lacking B12. That means you're lacking D3. That means you need to put stuff into your body. You need to take more minerals. You can separate from that to kind of build more of a stronger energy circuit. You know, and that's the thing, especially with somebody who coming from a cancer survivor, he needs to replenish that. You know, and all of that
Man.
stuff comes with it. All that stuff comes with it. And like I said, it's like he was doing everything right. But like I said, the enemy will do that. The enemy will say, this is not your purpose, this is your purpose. And the truth is, everything he was doing in the car, all that men stuff, I know wasn't working. He didn't want to talk to men like that. He didn't like it. But that was what he was supposed to do. And when he went to the women, he created his own enemies that was attacking him. Just
And
like
that's
any
something.
other hero, yeah, just like any other hero's journey. This is why when he say you live along, Do you become a hero? You live long enough to become a villain? You become a villain
Yeah.
when you stay long enough to see your own enemies come from you. Everybody came from you. Most, like I said, even most every that's what is called the hero's journey. We just experienced the hero's journey. And the thing about the hero's journey is he always had to sacrifice himself for everybody else, but not realizing the enemies that he sacrificed him fighting is the same enemies that you created.
Damn. Yeah, man. I'm right. We're going. That was a good way to get ready. I'm about to get ready to wrap this up. But man, you broke
Yeah,
that
yeah.
down. It's
My phone is dead.
probably
I gotta
on super
charge
shit. Yeah, man. But this is good, man. I'm
it.
glad you called in, man. I'm gonna start doing more of this. And I got a whole
Yeah.
list of videos I'm recording, so I'm gonna be dropping those on the members channel. So you'll check that out. So I
Oh
got some
yeah, of
good shit,
course.
man. So it's time for, and I'm gonna say this, man. It's time for us as brothers, man, to really, like I said, look at that life and look, what he accomplished, and like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly. But remember each man's walk, and it's this journey, man. So I want brothers to really take a real deep look within. I mean, any last words you have?
Oh man, like I said, it's just like I said, just we here for a reason. Like one thing I would say with KS is we here for a reason, man. Like I said, we came here like we came here fighting, and we gonna leave fighting.
Yeah.
And it's just all about becoming a man. I think it's so crazy because I'm about to say this last thing. I have a bunch of affirmations on the wall, a bunch. And
Uh-huh.
one day, I don't know what happened. A lot of the affirmations fell down, but only one stayed. And
Which
I
one
spoke
was it?
about this too. And it says, I am the master of my desires. I'm the master of the.
Wow.
I am the master of my own vision. And that's the
That's the
only
one
one
that
that
stayed
stayed.
up.
That's the only one that stayed. It's so
That's
crazy. I don't
cold.
know what the other. I don't know what the other ones was called. But
That's
I'm gonna
cold,
get out of
man.
here. But I'm gonna get out of
All right,
here.
bro. Hey,
Man, I
somebody
appreciate
asking
you,
for
man.
you. People ask for your information, man. Like, he said, I don't know if he's saying what is his name. I don't. You can.
I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Obviously I do fitness too. Let's look up my Instagram. Like I said, I'm gonna post some stuff. I'm gonna start doing some videos, some fitness videos. I'm gonna start dropping videos like this as well. Most likely very soon. But just look up JMIC official at Instagram. Just follow me there,
Yeah.
and then like I said, it will just link you to everything else. Pretty much there. Just JMIC
Okay, that's
official.
his name right there. Everybody that's in the chat. So yeah, get you. Make sure y'all go over there, subscribe,
Just
follow his
JMIC, yeah,
Instagram.
JMIC official. Yeah, just follow my Instagram, and I'll have the links to all the YouTube stuff once everything starts popping off and all that.
That's what's up,
Real
man. But
soon,
yeah,
man.
man, I like this. So look how it worked anyway. Man, you still got a chance to just chop it
Yeah,
up anyway. But
yeah.
I,
But
I
I had to
like
get
this,
on
man.
camera, man. I had to get on camera. Like I said, I was like, nah, I gotta. Because last time I
Yeah,
got
that's
on, I
what's
didn't
up,
like the
man.
way the
But it
vote
worked. It
was
worked out, man.
choppy.
Yeah, it worked out though, man, because like I said, I'm gonna be doing more stuff now. But just to make a long story short for myself, man, I was just sharing how things that I've been working on, I've reached a certain peak now, meaning it's like a body of work. Everything now is just working. And I'm not trying to push for no dollar amount. It's just natural. And I'm just letting it flow organically. So I'm not chasing no money. I'm not, and things are just happening for me. So people
And
reaching
that's
out
how
to
it
me.
is.
My old mentor came back to me, and he said, I miss talking to you, and he got things popping off, but they starting to come back. But I'm saying that's how I want to live out my days, man. And I try to teach just the other men too, that you want to get to this certain point here. Because if you're chasing other stuff, like you said, man, a lot of other stuff comes with it. You become the villain, and then things happen to you. So, but I appreciate you, man, coming up tonight, bro. As
Absolutely,
always,
man. You
I
already
gotta
know,
get
of course,
the
man.
fifth pound through the camera, gang.
Yeah, man.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
man. We
bro.
got a link
Appreciate
real
you.
soon, man. We definitely got a link,
Where
man.
you
Most
at? Where
definitely.
you at again?
I'm in Jersey, but I stay in. I be in New York most of the time.
All right, but I'm coming. I'm coming soon. Cause my man KJ that was on earlier. I met with him when I went to New York. We hooked up. We just chopped it. I had a good time. So same thing with you, man. I'm gonna announce when I'm coming, so we can definitely link. I may stay about a week when I come. I'm
All
checking
right,
out some
okay.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, most definitely, man.
All right,
All right, man.
fam.
Peace.
All right,
All
peace.
right, fam.
Huh? Yeah, man, that was my man MJW. Man, he be dropping jewels, man. I think he be shutting down the chat when he come in, man, because dudes don't even want to come in when he get on. That happens like every time. But shout out to Hannibal, KJ, you brothers coming in. You said Doctor Strange 2 is a must watch tonight, fellas. Oh, it do. You said Doctor Strange 2 is out? What's up, Sigma? I didn't know Doctor Strange 2 was out. I'm gonna check it out. Because you know they didn't all the new movies, superhero movies, they didn't feminize everybody. I can't even watch this shit no more. So yeah, man, this was a great show, man. I just want to say, can I get it on YouTube, the movie? I might watch that tonight. But I want to say shout out to y'all. I want to send a special shout out to Kevin, man. Like I say, he impacted a lot of men's lives. Like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly. People have different feelings about him. But I can't say that he impacted my life just from the standpoint, really, of what I talked about tonight and really how he moved. And you saw a man that was enjoying his life to the fullest in that short period of time, and he put in the work. So that was really inspiring to see and motivational for Black men. And he set a nice standard too, man. So love to that brother, man. And we just got to represent each of our own lives as Black men, y'all. And so, yeah, you said you could die a hero or live to be the villain. Yep. Yep. So I love you, brothers, man. I went a little over, but it was some good game tonight. So we're gonna chop it up next time. If y'all not a member, join the channel. And man, I didn't even say that about the Cash App. Did y'all support the channel? Gloves Off Show. Yeah, like 3 Cash Apps, but it's all good. This wasn't about that, but it was just really more about just see. I didn't even mention it, so it wasn't really that important. But I know, man, y'all gotta appreciate this good content, man, because it get me excited because this is kind of content that can change your life as well as to be better men and focused men instead of this bullshit that y'all seeing out here. So I appreciate the support. Anything y'all have done, you can go to PayPal, Dr. E. Harlan Scott at mail.com. And I love you guys. Until next time, become a member because I got some new videos I'm dropping for only my members. I've been working on those. I took a little pause, but I'm gonna record some more tomorrow. So take a look out for that. So become a member on the channel, and we going up, man. We going up here. I want y'all to come with me. So I appreciate it. And again, peace.